Over Pakistan blasphemy riots, dozens were arrested after Hindu teacher had been accused. Many people have been arrested in Pakistan after a teenager accused his Hindu head teacher of blasphemy, sparking riots. The principal, who owns the school, was accused of making comments about the Prophet Muhammad in Sindh province. A large mob then allegedly attacked a Hindu temple, shops and the school in the town of Ghotki on Saturday. The principal is now in custody facing blasphemy charges. If found guilty, he could face the death penalty. News from BBC. All clips may not represent the story. Learn English the way you've learned your mother tongue, as this video is specially made. The rioters have also been charged under the Blasphemy Act, according to BBC reporters in Pakistan. However, they face a lesser charge of attacking a temple which does not carry the possibility of a death sentence. Pakistani media reports say 43 people were charged in connection with the attack. A number of others were charged with rioting and theft, Dawn newspaper reports. Alleged accused in a sensitive case of Ghotki is now in the custody of police. Dr. Jamil Ahmed, the additional inspector general of the local police force, tweeted, "Situation in Ghotki is back to normal within 12 hours. Fair investigation is being done after confirming facts and justice ensured. Cases against hooligans are being registered and miscreants being nabbed." The unrest has sparked widespread comment on social media and revived debate about Pakistan's draconian blasphemy laws. The Human Rights Commission of Pakistan has condemned the violence, sharing a video of the alleged destruction on Twitter. The video is chilling. "Mob violence against a member of a religious minority is barbaric, unacceptable," it said in the post. The blasphemy laws have been under the spotlight internationally after Asia Bibi, a Pakistani Christian who spent 8 years on death row, was freed from prison earlier this year, following a Supreme Court decision which overturned her conviction. Her release sparked riots, and she was forced to seek safety in another country. What are the blasphemy laws? Islam is Pakistan's national religion and underpins its legal system. Public support for the strict blasphemy laws is strong. Hard-line politicians have often backed severe punishments, partly as a way of shoring up their support base. But critics say the laws have often been used to exact revenge after personal disputes, and that convictions are based on thin evidence. The vast majority of those convicted are Muslims or members of the Ahmadi community who identify themselves as Muslims but are regarded as heretical by Orthodox Islam. Since the 1990s, scores of Christians have also been convicted. They make up just 1.6% of the population. The Christian community has been targeted by numerous attacks in recent years, leaving many feeling vulnerable to a climate of intolerance. Since 1990, at least 65 people have reportedly been killed in Pakistan over claims of blasphemy. Pakistan's blasphemy laws carry a potential death sentence for anyone who insults Islam. Critics say they have been used to persecute minority faiths and unfairly target minorities. When do the laws date from? The offences relating to religion were first codified by India's British rulers in 1860, and were expanded in 1927. Pakistan inherited these laws when it came into existence after the partition of India in 1947. Between 1980 and 1986, a number of clauses were added to the laws by the military government of General Zia-ul-Haq. He wanted to Islamicize them and also legally to separate the Ahmadi community, declared non-Muslim in 1973, from the main body of Pakistan's overwhelmingly Muslim population. What do the laws say? The law enacted by the British made it a crime to disturb a religious assembly, trespass on burial grounds, insult religious beliefs or intentionally destroy or defile a place or an object of worship. The maximum punishment under these laws ranges from 1 year to 10 years in jail, with or without a fine. During the 1980s, the blasphemy laws were created and expanded in several installments. In 1980, making derogatory remarks against Islamic personages was made an offense, carrying a maximum punishment of 3 years in jail. In 1982, another clause prescribed life imprisonment for willful desecration of the Quran, the Muslim holy book. In 1986, a separate clause was inserted to punish blasphemy against the Prophet Muhammad, and the penalty recommended was death, or imprisonment for life, in that order. Laws prohibiting blasphemy or harming religious feelings exist in many countries, although in some places they are rarely used even if they still exist on the statute book. Blasphemy is defined as speaking insultingly about a particular religion or god. Some countries also penalize apostasy, which means abandoning or denying a particular faith. The U.S. Commission on International Religious Freedom report for 2017 lists 71 countries that have blasphemy laws, in some cases punishable by death. The U.S. Library of Congress said in 2017 there were 77 countries which have laws criminalizing blasphemy, defaming religion, harming religious feelings, and similar conduct. Its report states that blasphemy laws are more likely to be actively enforced in the Islamic world. However, such laws exist across continents and have also been used in Europe. Blasphemy in Islamic world. The most recent high-profile example in the Muslim world is the case of Pakistani Christian Asia Bibi, whose conviction has been overturned after 8 years in prison. In Pakistan, the blasphemy law has been controversial as it has been used against Christian and other minorities in the Muslim-majority country. Rights organization Amnesty International says the law is used to pursue vendettas and justify vigilante violence. On the basis of little or no evidence, the accused will struggle to establish their innocence while angry and violent mobs seek to intimidate the police, witnesses, prosecutors, lawyers and judges, it states. In Pakistan, most victims of the blasphemy laws have actually been Muslim or from the Ahmadi sect, declared non-Muslim by Pakistan, not Christian or other minorities, according to one Pakistani rights groups which looked back at cases over the last 30 years. The penalties for blasphemy in such countries can be severe. Apart from Pakistan, Iran, Saudi Arabia and Mauritania have also handed down death sentences in recent years. However, it's not always clear how many death sentences have been imposed. Accusations are often heard in Sharia courts, where reportage is bad or the process of any kind of statistical analysis is lacking, says Bob Churchill of the International Humanist and Ethical Union (IHEU), an alliance of humanist groups that campaigns against blasphemy laws. Some high-profile cases that have attracted international attention have ended with the death sentence being commuted. In 2016, a poet in Saudi Arabia was sentenced to death after being accused of insulting Islam, but this was later commuted to lashes and imprisonment. According to the IHEU, a key concern is that the authorities in some countries do little to intervene and allow mob justice to take its course, or blame the victim if they are targeted by extremists. Officials in Bangladesh, including the Prime Minister, responded to the murder of atheist bloggers by saying that they shouldn't express things that radical Islamists don't want to hear, says Mr. Churchill. Please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.